lived many lives and is about to be reborn again. Its beginnings have always been rooted in freedom. A century ago, freedom of the press.
That was the peak of the great real estate boom, tremendous speculation in real estate, tremendous building to accompany that speculation, tremendous population growth. It was a really exciting time.
In the mid-1920s, a former Ohio politician and media magnate named Jim Cox was lured to Miami, like so many others, looking for a slice of paradise.
Jim Cox, who was a very noted investor and newspaper person, bought the first newspaper in Miami Metropolis. He wanted a brand new complex for it. He wanted to really showcase this newspaper, and he wanted a grand place on a grand location.
That was the goal of then a governor who had run for president and wanted to come to Miami to start the first newspaper.
Enter prestigious architectural firm Schultz & Weaver, responsible for luxury landmarks like New York's Waldorf Astoria, the Biltmore Hotel in Coral Gables, and the Breakers in Palm Beach.
He wanted something that was a premier building in a city that was up and coming.
Construction began in 1924, and in 1925, the 289-foot tall masterpiece, inspired by the Giralda Tower in Spain, was complete.
For many years of its history, it was the tallest building in this area. It dominated the skyline.
And soon, home to journalists relentlessly bringing the news to South Florida. The Miami Daily News and Metropolis became the Miami News, delivering and printing papers for the Magic City.
Now, it wasn't a practical building. You put the windows up and the breeze flew in, pigeons came in, what have you, but it was beautiful looking.
Across the Florida Straits, another city was bustling, Havana, Cuba. By the 1950s, Havana and Miami served as each other's playgrounds.
Once air traffic really gained in popularity, that was certainly by the 50s, many people from Havana and elsewhere would come to Miami to shop. There were great bargains in terms of staying in hotels on Miami Beach in the summer.
But change was coming to Cuba. And another shift in power would upend the lives of hundreds of thousands there and forever alter the landscape of South Florida. How this tower was transformed into a symbol and a safe harbor. When we come right back.
It's hard saying goodbye to your car, so AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next one. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car and pay you the same day. Call 877-AutoNation now.
Experience the amazing flavors of Jamaica at the Dutch Pot Jamaican restaurant. Try one of our new Irie bags. The original Irie bag, a delicious patty and fresh cocoa bread and reggae drink. The deluxe Irie bag, your choice of mini meal and reggae drink. Or the premium Irie bag, braised oxtail, rice and peas, plantains, and reggae drink. Don't forget our all-day, everyday specials. The Dutch Pot Jamaican restaurant. Visit one of our 9 locations, most with a convenient drive-thru.
Want to bet? but no clue where to start? Don't worry, millions of players are already making moves. Check out the hottest bets and get in on the action. Your friends might be winning, why not you? Bet with confidence. Bets placed by real players help guide your picks. No need to overthink it. Go with the crowd, cash in on the wins. Any pick that catches your eye. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets.
In the 1950s, there were already Cubans living here who fled the Batista regime. But winds of change were coming again.
Communism or Marxism in our idea.
1959. The Cuban Revolution and overthrow of Fulgencio Batista's dictatorship would soon send thousands fleeing Fidel Castro's communist rule. The destination was Miami.
When we came from Cuba, my mom and I, they only allowed us to bring one suitcase. They ripped up her PhD and told her, no te vas a llevar la educación. You're not going to take your education with you. And I go, what kind of statement is that?
The U.S. government implemented the Cuban Refugee Program, and with the Miami News recently vacating the tower, in 1962, the building would be transformed into the processing center for Cubans to receive assistance and start new lives. Gold lettering identified it simply as the Freedom Tower.
My parents called it El Refugio.
They were able to get health services, dental services. There was a job board that they could get a job. My mom and dad were processed there through the Freedom Tower, and then they helped to bring their brothers and sisters. This is 1965. I asked my dad later, who typed these letters? Where did you go? And they're like, oh, there's this lady in Southwest, and then we would pay her $40, and she would type what your mom had written. I was like, I know, because it says like to the State Department.
To have a place that made our lives easier in any way. You could get checked out by a doctor. They gave you blankets, clothes, and it was a beacon of hope for the new exile community.
Some walking through those ornate doors came as adults or with their families. Others received assistance after arriving alone as children through a clandestine program called Operation Peter Pan or Pedro Pan.
I was 14 when I left. They put me on a plane. We were taken care of by the church for the first year of my exile. But once my parents arrived, they took me out of the Pedro Pan organization. We were counting on the help of the U.S. government through the Freedom Tower. That's where we went to get our food.
Boxes of it. You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who doesn't remember it.
There was the ever-popular big block of cheese.
Those big cheeses that would fascinate me because, you know, Cubans don't eat a lot of cheese, but if they're gonna give you free cheese, you take it.
There was a big box. They put powdered milk, Spam, powdered eggs.
And I would sit and watch the cheese dry out from the middle in a star pattern because we didn't eat the cheese.
My mother became an expert preparing dishes with Spam and combining and doing sandwiches with American cheese.
Cuban mothers became famous for being very creative in making recipes from this food.
On this day, the memories and the history hit home. Ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this.
Our boss about to enter the tower, now under renovation for the first time again.
Oh my God. Wow.
Do you remember this?
I remember the light coming in through the windows.
How old were you?
I was 7.
And you haven't been back since.
I have not been back in 56 years. And it's just spectacularly beautiful and incredibly emotional.
Bert Medina, president of WPLG, fled Cuba with family, with only the clothes on his back.
We flew on the early morning flight, and the only reason I know that is because we spent the night at the airport, and I slept. I slept right on top of my mom's legs and the whole family, and then we took the flight. And it was, just thinking about it, it's emotional, even so many years. It was ending a chapter and starting a brand new one, and knowing that there was no return.
The tower still has scaffolding. The walls, floors, finishes, and electrical are all getting upgrades. We are getting an incredible first-hand view.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
See how the light comes in through the windows?
So you knew in your heart that this was going to be your new home.
Yeah. First year was a little rough, but you learn English and you carry on with life. And in retrospect, all of us who came through these doors are the blessed ones. And an incredible life, and what a life has been and continues to be.
Beginnings and new culture infused into the fabric of Miami. The Freedom Tower at the center of South Florida life. But we come right back.
Your summer with wonder and wild fun at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Make wild friends with over 800 animals. Go on wild rides across over 25,000 feet of coaster track at the all-new Wild Oasis Kids Adventure, Awaken Wonder, and brave family-friendly drops. Make your summer nights even more spectacular with shows from day to night, like the all-new Wild Skies Drone Show. Explore the wild this summer at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Save up to 60% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our summer sale. Hurry, offer ends soon.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Americans, we can do anything we want, except one thing. We just can't stop being American. So get out there, take your swing, rev your engines and let freedom ring, and never, ever, ever stop being American. Nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
Get employee pricing, plus current owners or lessees of competitive vehicles get $4,000 total bonus cash. Plus get 3.9% financing for 72 months on the 2025 Ram 1500. See your South Florida Ram dealer today.
Coffee, art, Tasting all the cheese. So good. Food. It's the flavor of Miami's culture. El sabor de la cultura.
Coffees, the Cuban excuse for shared time.
If you like your cafe with a view of the neighborhood, thank the Valls family, who came through the Freedom Tower and built the famed Versailles restaurant.
Salud.
Salud.
The success stories in this city are endless.
So the Ventanita, this sort of idea, this was your dad's?
Absolutely. He bought like 4 espresso machines and installed the first espresso machines, and that's where the Ventanita kind of was born. Just to see it through the years, little by little grow, it's an experience that few people have had.
Susie Battle's family brought to Miami their love of ice cream. She opened Azúcar.
My grandmother loved ice cream, and my grandmother made ice cream. So our love for ice cream and our love for everything Cuban are still part of our culture now.
Also part of our culture now, the memorable and influential events with the Freedom Tower as the backdrop, championship parades, political protests, and a presidential bid.
I chose to make this announcement at the Freedom Tower because it is truly a symbol of our nation's identity as a land of opportunity.
I had State of the City there in the Great Hall of Miami's Freedom Tower. It was very meaningful for me personally. It's been part of significant events, not just historically, but in present-day Miami as well.
The tower has also been home to concerts, like that of the iconic Celia Cruz.
Por si acaso no regreso, yo me llevo tu bandera.
When Cruz died in 2003, her body rested beneath the vaulted ceilings inside, as thousands lined up outside for a glimpse.
We have more people here than actually if Elvis Presley had passed away.
We were standing in line for about 3.5 hours. I have no regrets.
Grammy Award winner Willie Chirino, a voice for exiles, has also performed there.
Basta ya de la censura, del silencio y la mordaza.
Smiles awake you.
We met up at his Miami home where he still creates.
Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry.
And his music inspires those even 90 miles away.
So many instances, so many people that come to me and say, I left Cuba because of you. So many.
We are a great example in America of a people in Miami, not just Cubans, but all kinds of different nationalities that rally around the American idea. The trauma that we were born out of, which was leaving our country of birth and having the Freedom Tower as sort of that beacon of hope and opportunity, it shaped us. You know, people ask me all the time, why has Miami succeeded when a lot of cities have failed? You know, I really think that our immigrant story is a big part of it.
Risking everything for freedom. Cubans still taking to treacherous waters with nothing but their faith and a phone. A landmark that once welcomed families like them to South Florida, now being reborn. We look at its future next.
Before it stood for freedom, it stood for freedom of the press. Modeled after Spain's iconic Giralda Tower, it was once home to the Miami News. From printing presses to a place of refuge, this tower has always stood for something bigger. The Freedom Tower, celebrating 100 years, only on Local 10. Presented by Sedanos, the flavors and savings you love.
If you're human and you know it, make a fire.
If you're human and you know it, paint a chapel.
If you're human and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're human and you know it, dare to try. Save a life. Get back up.
Help a friend.
Map the stars. If you're human and you know it, launch the web.
If you're human and you know it.
Human and you know it. Human and you know it. Human and you know it. Human and you know it.
If you're human and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're human and you know it, show it.
Powerful, majestic, recreational. At Progressive, we treat your outdoor vehicles like the noble creatures they are. And when you bundle them with your home and auto, you can be sure they get the 24/7 protection they deserve. There you go. So they're always ready for your next adventure. Because that's just how we do it around here. Around these parts, around them parts. It's just how we do it here.
Monster Jam, as big as it gets. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Coming to Amerant Bank Arena August 2nd and 3rd. Lock in your seats today.
In dangerous waters of the Florida Straits, families escaping Cuba cram into homemade boats, relying on the spotty GPS of their phones and the strength of their faith to get them to Florida. They don't always make it. It's a scene that's come in waves over the years. Search for freedom and a better life is universal.
The handsome exterior of the Biscayne Boulevard landmark is already looking better.
Every single column and girder of concrete had to be reset.
The tower has fallen in and out of disrepair, but it's gaining yet another life thanks to the stewardship of Miami-Dade College, which acquired it in 2005.
It's really important for us to keep the history of the Freedom Tower alive in our city.
These rooms will house exhibitions honoring the building's history, highlight personal stories of exiles and the spirit of other immigrants, even a FIFA exhibition as South Florida prepares for the World Cup.
This is what democracy looks like!
In an ever-changing political and cultural landscape and an expanding skyline, this iconic building in the heart of Miami remains.
I'm not a strong believer in historical accidents. I think there's something in the destiny of the building that made it always some place that would be a beacon to people seeking out freedom, whether it be freedom of expression or freedom to just be and to live and to pursue a good life.
It's going to be a beautiful project, and I think it's something worthy of for the Cuban community in the city to have.
It represents a new beginning and a rebirth.
It is the Statue of Liberty. It is the symbol of freedom and the opportunities that this country gives to people.
It's a beacon of light for our community. It is really grounded in rich history, and really to know Miami is to know the Freedom Tower.
Stories of freedom, hope, and resilience breathe life into this place. In this half hour, we were only able to share some of what makes the Freedom Tower so special as it gets ready to reopen and inspire future generations. I'm Janine Stanwood. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for watching Local 10's Freedom Tower Special, celebrating a century. Presented by Sedanos, the flavors and savings you love. And by El Dorado Furniture. Find the trendiest styles online or at a showroom near you. And by Ocean Bank, taking business further.
There's an old Spanish proverb, viaja con internet, which mostly means one who takes the internet on vacation can arrange alternative accommodation.
There's a small man in our bed.
Hello. Pack the internet with an eSIM from Aerolo.
The only way to make healthcare better for the people of Florida is to keep solving with health solutions that are more affordable and easier to access. And at Florida Blue, we want you to know how we're doing it, offering support at our Florida Blue centers to help you get the most out of your plan, making mental health appointments more available so you can be seen within a week, and creating low-cost plans with benefits you want and need. See health solutions that are making healthcare more affordable. Florida Blue, your health solutions partner.
Yes, Week for Life scratch-offs are out now.
They are fun.
They're good fun.
Every game benefits education.
I'm here to install a new line.
Perfect. These calls are non-stop, just like Week for Life winnings.
The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Local 10 Morning News, all morning long, coming August 4th.
It's a rich history that comes out of here.
This is really a unique place.
A city born from the imagination.
You are entering beautiful Coral Gables.
A Mediterranean vision.
You have beautiful homes on large lots, but you got to make those streets beautiful.
I love the beauty of Coral Gables. I love the quaintness of Coral Gables.
This house is ground zero for Coral Gables. This is where it started.
It's where beauty exists in the tree canopies, elaborate archways.
We're the closest thing you're going to get to a European city in the United States of America.
And in the people who helped create it all.
We still were a happy, close-knit community.
This is such a nice place to be.
We are truly a cultural city.
To me, it feels like home.
Join us now as we're celebrating a century of Coral Gables.